wonderful people. You're welcome to the Aspire to Inspire series on She-Bows Media. Today, I sit with a fashion master himself, Dr. Clement Asemnyra. So if you've been wondering how he became a household name in Ghana when it comes to fashion, we are coming to find out how it all started and came out beautifully like everything we are seeing today. So please don't go away. But before then, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, and also share. My name is Akusia Imchiwa Auntie. Hello, Dr. Clement.
Hello, so good to see you.
Good to see you too, and thank you for accepting to be on the show.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
For people getting to see you for the first time, who is Dr. Clement Asemnyra?
Well, Asemnyra is just a passionate individual who, I would say, knew what I wanted earlier in life, and I live each day at a time, living my dream. Yeah.
Right. So, how was your growing up like? Where did you grow up from? How was the beginning for you?
Well, growing up was so interesting. I come from a family of four. I grew up with my sister, and I happen to be the last born.
Okay.
I've always expressed my intelligence through my hands from childhood. So you find me doing things with my hands, sketching, trying to cook and all those stuff. Our parents, they usually understand what they feel you should becoming
Right.
whilst you're growing. So your dad can tell you, you have to be a lawyer, you have to be this. So they weren't so happy seeing me making Barbie doll garments, because we're in a compound house and all the girls had Barbie dolls.
Okay.
And I was the designer in the house. So you find me stitching with my hands, making clothing for them. And it reflected in school as well. During entertainment, graduation, I create costumes for my mates. It has been like that. So childhood was more exploring my creative skills. I love to do that, despite my parents didn't really like that. But I just felt I had this intrinsic value that was pushing me all the time, because we have a lot of people, once they're doing something and they are being told to stop, at a point you realize that passion or interest die off. But it didn't happen for me like that.
Right.
I think the more I was getting all these coming to me, the more I kept pursuing my goals. Even to senior high school, I wanted to do home economics so crazily, but my parents knew I had to do science, so I had that. And at a point, I changed the course in school without their knowledge.
Okay.
So it's been like that. It's been beautiful, and I like the fact that now anyone who had connected with me from childhood knows I'm actually living my dream. This is me. It's not news to see Clement doing what he's doing. Yeah.
Right. So, from childhood, where did you go to your junior high and then your senior high?
So I went to IMAP school for my early childhood development, to Happy Academy, from Happy to Ascension School Complex.
In
I
Accra?
did in Accra.
Okay.
Ascension was for my primary phase, then Ascension, Happy was for my primary phase, then Ascension for junior high. From junior high, I moved to Bando Secondary School for senior high education.
Okay.
Yeah.
So going to high school to do home econs, usually it's hard for a course for ladies, girls. So how did you pick it?
Yeah, so I think home economics has been something I love so much. And I think recently I connected with my home economics or catering madam from junior high school.
Okay.
I remember junior high school, we're having practical. I'm the one I'll literally bring everything. I could save money and go to Melcom and buy everything essential. And everybody kept saying, oh, he's going to do home economics, he's going to do home economics. Going to senior high school, I had seniors who actually bullied me. Now you hear Gen Zs talking about mental health, and I'm like, some of us, we've been through West and we didn't even know it was a mental health issue. I had a lot of seniors giving me a reason why you are a male and you can't do that. But I still knew that was what I wanted to do. I was so passionate about it. So I did home economics and I did excellent. Yeah.
At what point did you realize that this is what I want to? Sometimes you can start something that you are passionate about, but then you leave it behind. But at what point did you realize that this is what I want to take up, this thing to be something I will live for and for it to become a business, to say?
So I think in answering that, I'll first say a lot of creative people they get confused in the process, and I was actually in that state.
Okay.
Because growing up, I could literally do everything. So from cooking, from sewing, I even remember at a point I was doing hair,
Oh.
makeup. We had a woman who had a beauty salon close to her, and I go to assist her. I was literally doing everything. I was training people how to dance, beauty, like I was all over the place. And I was doing all these things so perfectly. You get it?
Yeah.
But at a point, you'd have to narrow down. It's with life. You can literally not be everywhere. They said jack of all trade, master of none. But I think I was a jack of all trade and master of all. I won't lie to you, because I could do everything so perfectly. But at a point, I felt I really wanted to do fashion. I wanted to be in fashion, and that was it for me. It just happened. Yeah.
Right. So transitioning that from high school. So did you continue in the university? Did you do fashion in the something like a related course in fashion?
Yeah. So university was crazy. I wanted to really do pure design.
Okay.
So I had admission to Radford University. It's a design college. I was there, but funny enough, the fees my parents couldn't afford. At that time, I had University of Education as well, Winneba. Because Winneba is a government institution, whatever fee you're paying takes you through the entire academic year. So I had to let go of Radford and go to UEW. And UEW too, you had to do, it was home economics. So you're doing a bit of clothing and textiles, food and nutrition, management and living and all that. So it wasn't really giving me the fashion that I really wanted. So what I did was, during vacations, I do paid internship. I spot certain brands that I feel I want to learn from them, and I go there. So I made good use of all my vacations, which literally helped me. Yeah.
If you just joined us today, I'm with Dr. Clement Asemnyra. We are talking about his life, how it's been all for him growing up, and how everything has come together like what we see today. So please, if you just join us, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Right, going back to Dr. Clement.
Yeah.
After graduating from the university, how did you manage to think that I want to take up this as a business? Like, you want to do your own thing. How did you come up with this whole concept?
So, when it comes to business, there is so many ways people can be inspired to start a business. I never knew.
Okay.
If someone had told me I was going to start, like, run a school or start a school, I would have doubted.
Really?
I'm being honest with you. Because I was just in it. I really wanted to have a powerful brand, like a fashion house.
Okay.
That was the idea. But I realized something when I was in the university. My mate, because I was very interested in fashion, and I could go all out, go to different places to be more empowered around what I do. Everyone in my class literally rely on me to get their works done, to understand what is being taught in the classroom. So my hostel, or my room, was an extension of the class studio.
Okay.
After school, you see a lot of my mates in my hostel, and I'll be assisting them. So it was like that. And now all of them were telling me that, oh, we are going for vacation. Why don't you organize a class for us? When you teach us, we understand. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And they said, oh, let's do this. We'll stay over. Okay. So I now engaged my landlady, and I told her during the vacation we would want to use the hostel. So the students will pay something to stay in the rooms, and we'll transform the hall into a classroom. She allowed. That was it. Oh. So that was the first phase of me training people officially. I called it Fashion Bootcamp. Design and make your own clothes. Okay. We met. I took them through it. It was incredible. And the beauty of it is, After the training, when school resumed, these individuals who took part in my class were stars in the class. And those who didn't partake were like, oh my God, I should have stayed. And everybody kept asking, when is the next date we want to join? When is the next date? So the next date, I already had a student. That was it.
So those were your mates?
Those were my mates.
Wow.
And I started using social media. Those times was Facebook. Whatever we were doing, I'll take pictures and post. And I had people from Accra, Kumasi joining in. So I was doing it during June, July, August. Those times, that was the phase for long vacation. So when the school is on vacation, that's how I'm able to have the class. And it was just after school and my national service period. So I had that opportunity. So after service, I knew I needed more. And I started my second degree as well. And through that, I decided to move to the capital because Accra is a thing. And I knew there were a lot of people here who really wanted to have a feel of what I was doing. So that is it. It brought us here.
Right. Starting a business, let's move to that. Business, how has it been?
It's crazy. When I say crazy, you know, I always say when I see people who have run businesses over a decade and all that, I respect them so much. Where we find ourselves, things are different. You know, you can be at places where people start businesses and they have support. It can be from family, it can be government funding, like you have something that can literally push you. So imagine starting a business all by yourself. You're not getting any money. There is no money coming from family, coming from anywhere, no organization. You are trying to figure everything all by yourself. It's crazy. I remember moving into the capital when I wanted to start the school here. I had advertised, I've had students paid monies to me. I had raised some funds and I ended up being defrauded because I was renting a property and not knowing the property has been rented to a lot of people. I was so broken and I didn't even know.
At that point now, send a we'll start so we get fresh. I'll be our bubbles can all start not a
Honestly, and madam, this issue, because I think prior to that happening, I had graduated from Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University. When I was in school, I was still doing arts to tell me young conform best signing up. It's before I back Ghana, and then young conform it's me back Ghana, and when I was there, I was actually working, so I had raised some funds, and I literally carried all this money. So this happened. So the decision was to go back because already the school had given me an opportunity to be a teaching assistant. I was being paid. It was a good one. But the whole love of what I do influenced me to stay in a way. And I think I had my reverend father and I had a cousin also supported and told me I should stay and let's figure out how things will go. So it wasn't easy. Now you have to wait till somebody pays fees. The classroom had no sewing machine, and we were using hand. So when we enroll someone, we go and buy a machine. When we get another one, then we buy a fan. It was like that. It was sweat and blood. But you know, when you have drive, one thing I know about business is when you have drive, when there is something in you that keeps pushing you, regardless of what happens, there is no perfect, like you keep going because there is something you want to see, and that has been it. It's a day at a time. That's how we are here. And if we haven't arrived yet, I tell people I'm still in the process. At this stage of the business, we are becoming 10 years. We are even 10. And we are looking at celebrating that next year. We've gotten to a phase that we need the opportunity of even investment, because I feel that's the next phase of growth for the business. So that is it.
Would you say time now? I mean, the time you began your fashion journey and all that, looking at it then and now, has things changed in terms of, to say, they are students? I mean, somebody who wants to venture into fashion now and before. I mean, when you were starting and then
things have changed. Do you know why I'm saying things have changed? things have changed in a way that even I have a lot of mentees, and I tell them, listen, you people are being, I want to use the word stupid.
Okay.
Our time, right? I had only Facebook, and certain things I was doing, or I achieved during those times, was literally me trying to figure things out.
Right.
I don't remember having someone who held my hands or like, Clement, do this like this. Do this. I had lectures, but I wasn't even going to them. I was just doing things all by myself, figuring things out, right?
Yeah.
Now, whatever you are doing, you go online and you have billions of people in your industry doing what you're doing, and you don't necessarily have to talk to somebody or meet them to let them know that you inspire me or you're my role model. You can see what you're doing. You can be inspired and then get things figured.
Right.
So now people don't have an excuse, because whatever you are doing, there is so much out there that would inspire you. A lot of people didn't get it like that during my time. I never had this opportunity. So if I'm mentoring you or I'm guiding you and you're trying to be lazy, you're trying to be silly, then there is a problem. So it's different now. People of today's age have the liberty, they have the opportunity to get things done quickly, to achieve things faster, as compared to how we did certain things. Yeah.
Right. So that takes me to the saying that some people used to say that if it takes somebody, let's say 20 years or 15 years to achieve something, now it shouldn't take people like
Not
that.
at all. Look at resources, whatever you want to. If you wake up today and you go like, oh, okay, I'm inspired to start a crypto business, or maybe an online counseling, whatever. There are millions of resources around.
Absolutely.
Once you dedicate time, you go on YouTube, you go on even Google, there are a lot of courses online, whatever that you can take that will just shoot you up in a nick of time. So what's your excuse? You are just lazy. You are just lazy. That's all. I didn't know videographers or photographers who never sat in class to learn how to edit videos, and they just go online to learn from different mentors, different classes, whatever. They try to practice a day at a time, and they create golden. So no one has an excuse now. Yeah.
You mentioned the school will be 10 years. That is 10 years of consistency.
Yeah.
I know it hasn't been easy. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
You've done amazing.
Thank you.
And we are proud of you. But then before, has there been challenges? And what are some of the challenges? How were you able to navigate your way through it?
Yeah, so firstly, I'm very thankful to God for this opportunity to run a business for 10 years. Counting is not easy. It's a lot of work, and to be consistent with what you do, it's not easy. Like trying to create an identity or a means where people keep seeing you all the time. It takes a lot of job.
Because
it takes a lot of
in our faces for the past 10 years that we got to know.
Thank you very much. You know, sometimes you can see someone doing something that excites you, and all of a sudden you don't see them again. You don't see it again. You go like, what is this? What is happening? That's how it is. But for you to keep doing it, it means you're doing a lot of research. You're always thinking, what else can you do? What can you do that can inspire? What can you do to get people talking? That is the whole thing. So it's countless of research, doing so much. I think the journey has been beautiful, and for me, what have kept us moving is the spirit of not giving up. If I try something, I haven't gotten everything perfect, right?
Yeah.
I'm still figuring out. Even the people we admire, the gurus, everyone is still figuring out. So you're not in this alone. I can start something today, it looks great, and in some few years to come, it doesn't look great as it started. It means change it. Look at how to spice it up. What's next? What else can you do? So I'm very intentional about updating things and not doing things the same way all the time. So I can have even past students who reach out and they go like, hey, our time we didn't do this. Look at what I saw you guys post this. Oh my God, our time we didn't do this. And in my head, if I'm repeating what I did 5 years ago or 6 years ago, it will be boring. People will feel like I've seen this all the time. If we had an event and the event was centered around this team,
Okay.
another time I need to bring another team in play, right? So that has been the whole thing. And also, I've had incredible people who have been part of the journey. This journey is not by me.
Okay.
I didn't do everything all by myself. I've had some incredible people behind the scenes, in the scenes, from the teaching staff, non-teaching staff. I have people who have held the business down, like on a personal level, that have helped this business to this stage. Some are no more with me. They did incredibly well, but I mean, life happens. Some are no more, and some have kept on till now. Also, some of the challenge I have faced is trying to rephrase the business.
Okay.
And I think I delayed a bit because I wanted the business to get to some stage. And now we are there. We are 10 years. So at 10 years, we are looking at investment. It's a trajectory for next year going. Like, it's something so dear to me to get the business boost to some extent that even the individuals in the business will feel greatness, because it's good for everyone to grow. If you are with people, it's good to see everyone grow, so that everyone will feel happy or feel inspired to do more or give more to the business. So that has been it. In terms of studentship, sometimes enrollment, when COVID happened, it was a big issue because you can have people coming for physical classes, so it inspired for us to move online. Reason why even SME came in with online classes and all that. It was a huge challenge that year, but the online bits really helped. And one other challenge that I think is not just about this business, but it's with businesses in general, is also getting people who will genuinely understand the vision.
Okay.
You know, you can be working with people, but sometimes they don't really understand the direction. So you would have to find a way of mentoring. You would have a way of inspiring, letting them understand that, okay, this is how it is. This is how I want things done at Dreams College of Creative Arts. Because in as much as Dreams is here, we also have other design businesses.
That's true.
And they also have ways of doing things that makes them unique. I always want to create a niche or something that makes what I'm doing unique. I don't want to look at what somebody is doing. I can be inspired by what someone is doing, but I literally don't want to borrow or carry their idea and put it in what I'm doing. I always want to be very, very unique. And it takes people who understand that as team members to really side with you and then help you, move on that path. So it's been like that all through.
So have you ever experienced a situation where you invest in a team member, but in the long run, not even in the long run, but in a short while, the person leaves you hanging?
Well, I think for me, I haven't experienced much of that. Like I said, I actually had this measure which was working, but generally sometimes you can have a philosophy, you can have a way of doing things. With time you have to update it. I feel I build a kind of relationship with the people I work with, and a lot of them, they go even beyond to do things just to see things happen.
Because now Uncle almost true, like to invest in their people, and
it really works. But I also believe before you try to make that decision, it has to be somebody you've been with for some time. You can trust them enough. You can trust them enough before you kind of do that, because it's very risky. I've had brands that I have mentored and they've bought tailors, let's say tailors that, okay, I had this tailor just a month ago. He is good, but I want him to learn how to do the things you've been teaching. And they invest so much in them. You train the tailors and the tailors end up leaving, which is really terrible. But in my case, I haven't had that situation personally. Yeah.
Well, I get a lot of people, fashion designers, they will always want to come. They always ask me about you and all that. So as I've gotten the opportunity to be with you, I'm asking today, please, are you expensive?
This is really so I personally believe in value. Um, Value for money is very, very important. And it's not about the money, it's about the experience you are getting.
All right.
And business is very dynamic. I love this whole idea. I remember, at a point, I have certain groups that I can comment in that, okay, I want to do a class, I want to learn, I want to know what you want to learn or areas you want to explore. And people go, oh, we see draping, we want to learn draping. So I had a lot of people saying they want to learn draping. Then I remember having a class on draping. I had people sign up crazily. They came for the draping class. After teaching them, later I kept hearing in the air that, oh, what they've learned is like you need to buy dress form to be able to do that. And they can't afford buying a lot of dress form, so the knowledge is not like valuable. And the question is, you said that was what you wanted to learn. So if that's what you wanted to learn, you need to get whatever you need to make it like worth the decision of enrolling. So the thing is, I want to understand what you want to learn.
Right.
What value or what does that mean to you? Right. If you're able to let me know what it means to you and then connect with me and I know I can give you that value, if I tell you to pay this amount, you should be willing. Because at the end of the day, you're going to get that value you so wish.
Okay.
So our programs are not costly, but our programs are value based.
Right.
And it will help you achieve your goals or whatever it is that you want to, get with your business. Yeah.
Sometimes you could have a passion, okay, and then you could have like you develop your talent or you could have a passion and all that, but it is very difficult to nurture and turn it into a business like you have done, right? So if somebody is in that situation, how can the person nurture it, tell myself I'm taking it up as a business? Is it all passions that are supposed to become businesses?
Great. I think I would want to comment on this, but I wouldn't advise anyone to do things the way I did it. Like, I always say the way we were brought up in Africa, right? We go through struggle.
Okay.
We do everything in struggle. So even when soft life is approaching us, we don't enjoy soft life.
Soft life.
We always want to struggle. Like I struggle. When we say I struggle, it's like I was always trying to figure things all by myself. I was doing everything all by myself. Even when I needed help, it was so hard to seek for help.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
It was so hard telling somebody that I need this, can you help me? Because in some few cases, the individuals I reached out to, maybe some cousins, individuals that I felt were in the position of assisting me, they never showed up. They never did. So I said, what was the need of trying to seek for help? But now things are different. Whatever you are doing, if you want to move it to a level that will be inspiring so that you can really wave up faster, seek for help.
Okay.
Seeking for help means you may see somebody doing what you do. You can reach out to them. You can ask them questions. Please, I'm doing this. Or maybe I want to go to school. What course can I take that can enable me become this? Like talk to people. It can be at church. You may be going through some mental breakdown or something. Talk to people. I never did that. I hone everything, and I think it's because of my personality.
Even though you have the people around you, but
even though I have the people around me, I'm a very indoor person, and people find me very they feel I'm hyperactive. But I'm not that type. I think whatever I do kind of energize me, attracts me. After that, I'm very indoor. Like I was want to keep in my space. I'm always thinking, what next? Let me just figure this out and all that. And if you have a lot of things going on, like you're saying, it can be your passion. You can't just stand up and say because I can sing or I can dance or I can cook. That is really it for me.
Yeah.
You need to sit down and ask yourself, what do you really want from life? If you want to cook, Do you see yourself running like a hospitality business for 20 years, 30 years?
Mm-hmm.
Will it give you joy?
Mm-hmm.
If that will give you joy, then
You
go
found
for
it.
it.
Yeah.
So the fact that you are good at something or you can do something doesn't mean it's really it for you. You may be good at something, you may pursue it, but you fail terribly in it.
Okay.
We have people who have started businesses that they were so passionate and they were so good at, but in the nick of time, it didn't work, and it didn't work because they didn't have the ability. It's because they didn't have the strength to see it grow, see it like transcend to some level.
Right.
You get that?
Yeah.
Also, there may be certain acumen you need. For example, you are passionate, you are doing the thing. For me, like this, I was doing this thing, but I wasn't business oriented
Okay.
from the beginning. I can literally tell somebody, when I'm in show idea, it wasn't about the money for me. It was about the joy of seeing people turn things into certain ways. And I just felt like if I do something for you, what you have for me, give me.
Yeah.
And when I started running the business, it was still not really it in terms of how to price the programs I was doing and all that. It took time, and then I'm very thankful to my cousin Dabito Kensu, who kept me on my toe. Like, we'll just keep like, what is happening? What is it? What's the duration? How much you want to? He helped me understand certain bits around the business because he's a business person.
Okay.
That helped, and later I decided to take up certain courses around business to understand certain things, and it really helped at a point. You get it? So, having the talent is not enough, and don't play around the talent. Try to be very sure of what you want, and seek for every essence around it so that it can grow and become exactly what you admire it to be.
Right. From our conversation, I've realized that you've always been adding value to yourself, taking up courses, paying for this and that and that and that. And I think that has contributed much too. So nowadays, I think for somebody, some people, they do just the short courses and they think that they are done. What do you have to tell them?
One thing I've realized about life is things keep changing every day.
Right.
You can be brilliant. I mean, we have businesses that were very hippie. We admired them, and everybody felt they were on top. In the nick of time, you don't hear of them again. It was because these individuals felt whatever they have acquired or whatever they have set as a standard to the business or whatever they are doing, that is it, and nobody can ever. You will die off.
Okay.
Even look at even the social media and things. Today you are here, tomorrow there is this here, and you have to jump here. You always have to keep up with what is happening. You're a business person, and if you don't want to die off, if you want to be very relevant, when something is happening, try to find out.
Okay.
Try to find out. For me, I'm a curious learner, even in fields that is not mine. I remember a friend telling me I'm going to have this surgery, and I'm like, what surgery is that? This is the first time I'm hearing the surgery. So I had to go and read on it. I'm like, are you aware you have to do this? You have to seek for knowledge all the time.
Yeah.
It makes you so relevant. It makes you so empowered. It makes you fit into rooms that you can never imagine yourself. And that is what I believe in. That don't stop learning. Keep learning all the time. You are not done. Don't feel because you've had a second degree, that is it. Don't feel because you are done with your PhD, that is it. Keep learning because life is happening. And the more you learn, the more you even enjoy life. It's discovery. There is so much power in being knowledgeable. It's something I've realized. I remember I was talking to a friend, and even I've had that conversation with you about law. There was an issue, and I was trying to dissect into it. And the contribution I made with my lawyer was like, wow, you should go to the law school. And I'm like, are you sure? My dad has always wanted me to be like a lawyer, but it's been a path I've never wanted to, like, take. But it's because I'm just curious. So yes, let's be curious with things, and it will keep us very relevant. Yeah.
In 5 years, what should we expect from you?
Okay, so I think I believe in living each day at a time. That is the beauty of everything. And I tell people, listen, um, don't let someone's journey deceive you or make you feel you're not doing incredibly well. And I'll narrow it into fashion. I've trained people who come from the like very influential family. There is money, and an uncle or a dad can give them a duplex building and say, run your fashion house, the open showroom, all glassy lights, and in a year or two, the business is no more running. Even we've seen celebrities who have started fashion brands that are all over because they are influential, they feel they have money, and in like 3-4 years, you don't hear of it again. I have come to believe in terms of business, it's not just about having the money.
Okay.
Putting passion aside, you need direction and sense of purpose. So if you have direction and sense of purpose, even if you have a single room, right, you create gold in single rooms.
I love that.
In the past, I've had people who come to my class when we're just operating at this studio, and they'll come for my class and they go like, oh, is this Dream College? Is this the whole school? And because they are amazed at how the spaces and you are able to do, if I'm doing an event, let's pack the tables here, let's do this here. You're able to transform the place into this and that. The little you have, like, appreciate it and create gold out of it. Many a time we are so desperate and we feel like, oh, whatever I've been entrusted to us, whatever we have is not enough. You want this, you want that, but you're not looking at what you have and trying to grow what you have. So grow what you have a day at a time. Everything will happen. If you want to be in tetra duplex building, work at it each day at a time.
Okay.
Don't just feel like you want to wake up one day and somebody will give you this building and then work in it. I started this journey in my room, moved to our hostel hall, moved to ER studio, the open shop space, then to another compound for Icon Studio.
Okay.
It's a journey. It's a day at a time. In years to come, like I mentioned earlier, we are looking at investment. We will have our space when the time comes, and it's going to happen, life and college. And personally, in 5 years, I'm trying to take myself off the work more. At first, everything was around me.
Okay.
Without me, the business doesn't run. From heading to this, now I have people who handle certain things flawlessly, and there are areas that I'm more focused on. I'm trying to make things in a way that I can also focus on personal stuff, which can also help the school in the long run, right? Because sometimes I get certain opportunities that requires me to be there, requires my time, but due to being stuck around the business, I literally can't push or go through that direction. So in 5 years, I'll be able to move around more, the school will grow better. We use Clement College of Creative Arts because it's really a big vision. It's not just about fashion.
Okay.
Creative art involves so much, from graphic design, even film, acting, directing, makeup artistry. So with time, there will be other incredible courses that will be established, and we are looking at also having partnership with certain organizations that even having exchange programs, having people coming to learn certain specific courses, even in the country, will happen easily. So we are very excited for the future.
Wow, the future looks exciting indeed.
It's extremely bright. I'm very inspired by this conversation we are having. Like, it's crazy out there, and I remember having an interview with Akosia Guabuaje 4 years ago, and I made a statement. We all have to have social media filtration intelligence.
Okay.
Which is whatever you see online, right? If you want to live your life being inspired by everything you see online, you get into deep depression, because people put out there what they want you to see, and you see certain people living certain lives, and you keep asking yourself, God, when, God, when, God, when. When you're not careful, you end up doing certain things that are not so healthy. And as business owners, imagine you have a business and you're working each day at a time. The income that is coming to you, that is what you're using to figure things out. Then you see a colleague you started with, buy a duplex house, buy this, and they post a car.
Traveling.
Just like what we're even saying behind us. We see that, we have a car, and you ask yourself, God, what am I doing wrong? You get now we a year or 4 vacations, 5 vacations. Listen, would you be ubenu medrew eko kwa ubeku kwa no na hwee echire ubete na hwee. So focus on what you're doing.
Right.
Live each day at a time, and you will be shocked. success built on pure hard work, diligence, and passion. The fruit, like ages will pass. I've seen people who just crop up and they feel like, hey, and then where are they? They couldn't stand it because they're not cut for it. So please focus on what you're doing. You will be amazing. You have no idea.
Finally, if there is someone watching you out there who also wants to take up that step that you have taken, or probably do something else but is demotivated or doesn't want to go ahead, or probably already doing it but feels stuck, what advice would you give to such a person?
So I think I will be looking at the younger ones most importantly because they go through a lot. And in as much as I'm focused on the younger ones, we have adults who are actually stuck in life.
Absolutely.
And it's never too late to become great. Life is not about age, it's about willingness to wanting to start something. Because once you don't push ahead to do what your heart is wanting you to do, it's like taking a knife and stabbing yourself over and over again. If you're watching me, whatever it is that is on your heart, you have to make sure you see it grow. And that is the greatest fulfillment anyone could ever give to themselves. I've seen that this is something I stand for. This is what I love. The impact. With what I do, I love the impact,
Right.
I get students who reach out to me and I see students that I've trained doing amazing. And I know that it's because they have that opportunity to be mentored by you, groomed by you, reason why you are seeing that. Things will stop you. Personally, I had a personality that if I had focused on my personality, I wouldn't have been at where I am. Just like I find myself doing programs or courses that are feminine, female dominated. And imagine you a male being you are being stereotyped and all that. But the question is that you glow. I in senior high school, I had a senior who had a huge issue with me just because I was in home economics, abused me and all that. But today, I remember this same person commented on my post on Facebook. And when I saw it, I'm like, look at you. You're the same person who made very abusive statements about the program I was offering. Now you're the same person. That's what God does. The individuals who wouldn't believe in you, who would give up on you, they will be the same individuals who announce your win. So don't let anyone tell you are not capable enough. You don't have it, you are not empowered enough, even if it's your parents, because we have people who have their parents who are the, how I say, obstacles in their life. They'll tell you, don't do this, don't do that. It may not be like that forever. Make sure you live out your dream, because that's the greatest fulfillment you'll ever have in life. I'm so happy that I wake up each day knowing I'm living a life of my dreams. It has always been me. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Thank you so much, Dr. Clement Asemnyra. We've had a good time with you, and I believe that our viewers have learned a lot. Thank you so much for your time, and definitely we'll come to you again for more.
And thank you for having me. I totally enjoyed this, and I know it will inspire a lot out there. Thank you so much for